Okay, so this is the valgus stress test. What you want to do is flex the elbow at 25 degrees. You're gonna you do a lateral force to the elbow, and that test for the UCL. And a positive test would be pain, laxity, and no endpoint. And now we're gonna do the valgus stress test for the wrist, and you're gonna do the same thing, except you don't really need to flex the wrist, or you don't flex the wrist, and you apply lateral force, and it tests also for the UCL, and it's a positive test is pain, laxity, no endpoint. And the last one is for the fingers, the valgus stress test. You're gonna push, apply lateral force, and test for UCL, and positive test is pain, laxity, and no endpoint. So now we're going to do varus stress, which is like the same thing. You flex the elbow at 25 degrees. You're going to apply a medial force this time, and that tests for the RCLs, and the positive test would be pain, laxity, and no endpoint. Now for the wrist, same thing. Apply medial force, positive test, pain, laxity, no endpoint, test for RCLs. Now the finger, apply a medial force, apply that medial force, pain, laxity, no endpoint, positive test, RCLs, that's what test for. Okay, so now we're going to do the tennis elbow test, and what you want to do is have your patient seated, like so, and you're going to have the elbow flexed at 90 degrees. You want the forearm pronated, and you want his fingers flexed, so flex those bad boys for me.
Oh, flex them, man.
And then you're going to palpate the lateral epicondyle, and you're going to push down while he tries to pull up. And if he has pain along his lateral epicondyle, it's a positive test. And okay, so this is called the Fallon's test, and it tests for carpal tunnel syndrome. What you want to do is grab the forearm here. You're going to take his wrist, and you're going to push that down. And if he has any numbness or tingling, then it's a positive test. And you want to do this for both wrists.